Good morning, Karen from Quantum Heart Awakening. This will be a Divine Feminine check-in. Let's see where we go. We have Mama Gaia over here with us for this reading. Okay, what do Divine Feminines need to know for the highest and best good of self and the planet? Let's see. Take those. Anything else? Okay, we have a bunch coming out. Okay, we also have surface in the unconscious. Let's see where we go. We have stretch. We have heat. We have preservation. We have space. And we have alchemy. All right, right off the bat, I'm getting the message. Divine Feminines, you are being called to meet yourself at the edge of yourself, to live in such a way that is that puts a little pressure on what you are used to, right? Sometimes we don't really know where our boundaries are until we start to kind of test them a little bit. I'm not saying completely blow past and cross your own boundaries, but I am saying that feminine energies are being called to stretch. Something about the heat card. There's something about... I'm thinking of when you, like a calorie is a measurement of heat, right? It's a measurement of energy. And to use calories, for our body to use calories, for us to burn calories, there has to be some sort of exertion. So we are being asked to kind of stimulate this heat in our interior castle. There's something here also about the fires of soul will arrive naturally if you wield your sovereignty in a way that allows this alchemical process to take place, while also honoring your boundaries and preserving the self. There's something about allow the alchemy, preserve self so that something new can come and occupy that void space. Yeah, and I'm going to put this unconscious card behind Mama Gaia. What is hiding beneath the surface? Let me say it this way. What is hiding beneath the surface that you are aware of, that you're in avoidance of? What is being pushed into the shadows? I'm going to ask these, pull some of these. That's way too many. Hold on. Okay, what do Divine Feminines need to know? We have the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes, and break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Yeah, it's that simple thing of, what is that phrase? To achieve something that you've never done, you have to do something you've never done, or it's something like that. We can't do the same thing over and over again and expect the same results. So we're being called to stretch our limitations, but to know that, again, we have been training for this forever, that these... hold on, let me drop in. Hold on. That these pathways are encoded in our DNA, that there really is no need for fear or apprehension, because in that moment of mystery, in that moment where you're meeting the edge of self in the mystery, the path will unfold. In the unconscious, we have transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. It's interesting. I just said it's encoded in the DNA. There is something that is already within you. There's something about getting the visual of taking your hands off the wheel and letting the alchemical process take place. Right? What does a scientist do? What does a chemist do? They add one ingredient, they add the other ingredient, and then at some point they have to surrender control to the chemical process that actually takes place, right? They can't force a chemical reaction. All they can do is bring the ingredients to the table, mix them together, and then surrender what happens. They don't know what's going to happen. They can hypothesize, but it's in really allowing that process to take place is when they'll be able to meet this new truth, right? They have the truth of one substance and the truth of another substance. And when you combine those together, there's this third thing, right? And that's the thing that the work is being called upon. Okay, let's get some of these. Anything else for Divine Feminines? We have talents. For a very long time, gifts and talents continue to show up. Claircognizance, clairsentience, clairaudience, a lot of the clair gifts. Forgiveness, this showed up in another reading recently. Boundaries, yeah, again, honoring specific message here. Feminines, forgive self or the parts of self that have crossed your own boundaries in your life. That is bubbling to the surface. And maybe that's the thing that's been pushed into the shadows, but it is time to forgive yourself for all of the moments that you have made decisions that either crossed your own boundary or didn't end up how you intended them to end up. Anything else from feminine energy? And then this came out in the other reading, healing in reverse. Again, we're getting the same messages here around the longer you prolong this alchemical process, it's the longer you'll be stalled in your healing capacity. I'm just going to put that there just to make space. Let's get some mermaid cards. We have support in reverse. We have love. Feminines, there's nothing that you can bring to the surface that would make you unlovable. There's nothing. What's meant for you will not pass you by. You can't say, what is that phrase? You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Anything else? Okay, that's it for these. Bear with me. I'm making a mess over here. Okay. We have support and healing in reverse. And we have gratitude. How do I want to put these? We have gratitude. We have abundance. And we have love. All right. I hope those all fit on camera. I think they do. Yeah. There's nothing you could do, masculines, that would... isn't that interesting that I said masculines instead of feminines? Let me say this, feminines, there's nothing that you can do that would make your masculines turn away from you. And if they have turned away from you, honor that this was divine guidance. Honor that in order for you to walk and take your hero's journey, they had to take a step back. In the unconscious, we have miracles. Okay, let's get some divine beloved cards. Okay. We have nurturing, generosity, and playfulness. I'm going to read these for us. Nurturing, I am a spark of divinity. Change me, divine beloved, into one who accepts my body exactly as it is, seeing it as a vessel for your love. Fill me with gratitude for this physical form. Let me nurture and care for myself in every way. Generosity, I am abundant love. Change me, divine beloved, into one who can easily send blessings to all, even those filled with negativity or fear. May I shower the planet with love, knowing there is an unlimited ocean within me. And then playfulness. This theme of play continues to show up for divine feminines. Change me, divine beloved, into one who is widely and wildly open to the new. Free me from rigid patterns that no longer serve. Let me feel adventurous and spontaneous, knowing that the more I open to life, the more it opens to me. I'm deeply feeling this playfulness is connected with this idea of stretching ourselves, of coming into that comfort at the edge of the mystery, right? Can I bring that adventurous spirit and spontaneous spirit? Can I allow those things to replace fear, contraction, judgment, feelings of unworthiness? Can I just ride the wave of playfulness into this next chapter of life? In the unconscious, I didn't even look. What do we have? We had freedom. I love myself. Yeah, feminines, there's a lot of kind of body love and loving self. There's a lot of I'm avoiding saying it, but I'm going to say it. There's a lot of insecurity coming up in this reading. So where you feel kind of contraction around sharing your life, your love, your body, your heart, your mind, your soul with another, this might actually be the edge that we've been discussing in this reading. Where if your divine counterpart knocked on your door today and they were ready to gift you everything you could ever dream of, one, do you feel contracted? And two, where do you feel contracted? What would be the hardest, most vulnerable piece to share with your divine counterpart? What would it vibrate in you? What would come alive in that moment? Okay, let's see. Can you say more about playfulness, Spirit? Anything else? Anything else? Okay, a lot of something else. Hold on. Okay, we have root chakra. We have power. I'm going to take that in the upright. We have shadow. And we have rest and rejuvenate. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Yeah, feminines, it's okay. I'm going to just put that there. Feminines, it's okay if you've discovered you've sort of backslid a little bit. Remember that this wave of... I'm struggling with my words. Hold on a second. Let me just feel into this. Okay. Feminines, when you meet the edge, when you meet a boundary, when you meet this place where you would have to stretch in order to overcome what is in front of you, honor who's running the show. Honor if a fear is running the show. Honor if some sort of saboteur or self-critic is running the show. These are all flavors of deception. In this moment, when you are exhausted, when you are weak and tired, it is much harder to discern what is a shadow, what is a saboteur. It's incredibly difficult in that moment to wield your power, to access your sovereignty, to discern what's the difference. In these moments where you're exhausted and you are approaching the edge of self, or maybe you've long passed the edge of self, this will contribute to the deterioration of your root chakra. What is root chakra? That's financial stability, feelings of security, anything childhood related. It's where your family of origin implanted all of their outlook on the world. It's the hard drive that you kind of were born into or born with in your family. So rest, honor your limitations, honor where it's just too much. Okay, where do we go next? Let's just get some happy universe cards. Okay, what do divine feminines need to hear right now? Anything else? What would support divine feminines in hearing? Okay. Yeah, this feminines, you are being called to work on your relationship with your own power. Remember that every choice you make reveals how you feel about yourself and reveals the level of power that you have within your system. What you choose to wear for the day, what you choose to eat, how you choose to move your body, who you work with, who you're dating, every single choice in your life reveals your level of empowerment. Okay, we have, I can't control the world, but I can control how I choose to perceive. I cherish every cell in my body. I accept the gifts I've been given as a high service to the world. When I move my body, I feel empowered, cleansed, and strong. I welcome healthy, loving relationships. When I see good in others, I acknowledge it out loud. Beautiful. Let's get some goddess cards. So there's a ton of body stuff coming up in this reading. You know, it's just one of those things that I think if you've been a feminine on this planet, you have had many voices telling you what you should look like, what you should dress like, how you should wear your hair, what you should eat, what you should not eat, if you should have kids, if you shouldn't have kids, if you're being too promiscuous, if you're being a prude. Feminine energy has lived in the center of this polarity of trying to find our place in this grand spectrum of kind of a patriarchal existence, right? We've been trying to calibrate and find self in the chaos. This is another invitation to find your center for love in chaos, except this time it's, can you find your center for love of yourself, love of your body, love of your hair, love of your eyes, love of your elbows, love of your big weird looking toe. You know, can you bring that self-love in all of these external flavors of chaos? Yeah, we have seasons and we have liberation. You're being called, feminines, you're being tested. This feels kind of like a test of like, okay, you've done X amount of work on yourself. You've learned a lot of things. What's left? What's left? What's that thing you continue to stub your spiritual toe on over and over again? We have betrayal. We have miracles. I think we got miracles twice. Good juju. We have level up, shine, wounded healer. You know, feminines, I feel like I'm saying the same messages over and over again. It makes me think I should do like monthly readings, but it's fun to do them daily. And if it's the same message, it's just another little nod to the universe that we're all on the right path. Part of the gifts that are coming online, feminines, are this awareness of your own pain and how you've overcome it. That work, that delicious, divine wisdom that you've churned and integrated from knowledge to wisdom is what is going to ignite your service in the world, right? We are wounded healers. We had a pain point, we healed the pain point, and now we have to share how we healed. We have to do this work. I mean, you don't have to. You have free will. You can do whatever we want. What's interesting is truth was in the unconscious. Okay, again, this will go again with this surface card of what truth is hiding under the surface. And you know, this doesn't have to be such a dark and seedy truth. It doesn't have to be this shadowy whatever. The truth that could be hiding under the surface is that you are actually the most powerful creature on the planet. You know what I mean? It could be something incredibly powerful. A truth that's lingering under the surface might be you are the most incredible, motivating speaker on the planet, and you're meant to share your voice with the world. Maybe it's public events and speaking. Maybe it's a podcast. Maybe it's writing books or reading audiobooks. There's something about bringing your truth out, bringing the truth of your soul's fire out. What is that thing? What ignites your soul on fire? If that seems like a nothing, if nothing comes to mind when you hear me say that, think back to your childhood. What did you do for hours on end that you completely got lost in? It's that activity that you did that, the hours would go by and all of a sudden it's dark out and you don't even know what happened. What was that activity? Was it drawing? Was it painting? Was it sculpting? Was it, talking to your friends and helping them feel good about themselves? Was it gardening? Was it teaching? Was it, well, you probably weren't teaching as a little kid, but maybe you were actually. Was it selling things? Was it crafting in some capacity? Say more about this truth that wants to, joy. Oh, joy in reverse. Feminines. The truth that's hiding under the surface has something to do with your joy. Why have you been keeping this joy a secret? There's something about feminines. It's time to stop neglecting yourselves. It's time to stop neglecting these parts of self that feed you. You know, joy is one of these infinite wells that continually feed us, that fuel us. And it's like a self-watering garden. It's something like that. And it's interesting, in the unconscious we have alchemy. Let's get some twin flame cards. Nope, I want to get some New Orleans cards first. Okay, anything for divine feminines? Anything for divine feminines? Whoa, we got a flipper. Speak your truth. Boom. I mean, messages are directly repeating now. It's funny, as I go deeper in these readings, I feel like the readings are shorter and shorter. So maybe I should keep them shorter. Who knows? We have music healing. Music healing, it's the best, fastest way to shift our frequency. And then we have the elusive priestess. You know, again, the truth that may be lingering under the surface is that you've always known. That you've always known. You've just let the world convince you that you haven't. Right? That's one of the hardest things to come to terms with. And remember, we spoke about in the beginning of the conversation, I think, about forgiving the parts of self that did not know better, so could not do better, or were too afraid to do better. And maybe the parts of self actually knew that you were a leader, knew that you were a visionary, knew that you had an important voice and never let it out. There's something here about that. And now it's time to make a wish. Yep. I can feel the energy culminating. It's not culminating like in a vortex, which it normally does for me. Normally, you know, the spiral, it's very common symbol on the spiritual path, but it feels like it's culminating like this motion. It feels like it's corralling the energy to come to a point. And in that focal point is going to be, oh, it's interesting because it's almost right here with this magic wand. It's almost going to be all of the fuel you need to inject in a specific wish, in a specific desire. So you're being called, divine feminines, to hone this desire, to allow the truth, your deepest truth, to boil up from the surface so that you can actually claim it out loud to the universe. Okay. We have false twin flame. We have reprogram your soul, release, raise, and reclaim. And we have increase your frequency, higher conscious awareness. Within the unconscious, we have rebirth, personal freedom unleashed. Wait, what was this one? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Divine feminines, you are in a stage of recalibration. This is kind of cool. Oh, wait, we have another card. I didn't even see this. Okay, we have false twin flame, intense change, and then we have karmic relationship, releasing the path. Okay, very specific message for some of you is that who you thought was your person, was your divine counterpart, was your twin flame, is not correct. Is not maybe turned out to be just a soul partner to ignite this next level of next increase of frequency. That's not a small thing. That's a hard thing to hold, especially when you feel like you've put all your eggs in this energetic basket, or in this person, or in the vision of this, or all the work with this person. Remember, any work you've ever done, none of it is wasted. I need to say that. That is something my mother has told me from a little girl, that any learning you have done on this path, any inner work you have done, is never wasted. So all of that work you've done, even though this person might not be your person, and maybe they are wielding their free will in a way that's not excuse me. There's so many different twin flame theories out there. There's a theory that twin flames could actually wield their free will and choose not to be in union in this lifetime. There's other people that say, no, that's not possible. It's just not your person. There's all these theories, and none of it really matters. What matters is, can you call your power back to you? Can you call your spirit back from all these places that are draining your power? You are reprogramming the soul. You are releasing the past, raising your vibration, and reclaiming what is yours. You are reclaiming your liberation, your freedom. You are leveling up your frequency. You are coming into this higher conscious awareness. Okay, do we want to get some? Let's get a gateway light activation card. I haven't used these in forever. Well, there we go. I guess they wanted to be used. Let's see. We have star being healing codes, important information, wounds are healed, recharging. Completely in alignment with the beginning of our message. We have Hathor light codes, light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. What did I just say? Calling your power back from places it does not belong. In the unconscious, we have aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. Again, nothing is wasted. Doesn't matter if you've given 20 years of your life to someone. None of that work was wasted. You were sharpening your blade or polishing yourself against the stone of this other person, place, or thing. Do not shame yourself. Do not grieve. Do not waste energy on the old or shaming parts of you that made all of those decisions. Come back into inner union. Parent those parts of self that feel that are weighed down by the choices they have made. You know what to do. I don't have to tell you what to do. You know what to do to parent those parts of self. Okay, let's see. Let's get something else. Let's get some animal cards. I haven't used these in a while. Okay, what do Divine Feminines need to know? Anything else? Okay, in the unconscious, let's go there first. We have, oh my God, you guys, we have play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. In the unconscious, there's something so sweet, Divine Feminines, that what is hiding under the surface is beautiful. There's nothing to be scared of now. So often what's hiding under the surface is all this dense, painful, shadowy shit that we have to come into relationship with and vibrate and alchemize and transmute. What's hiding under the surface is beauty, is joyful, is innocent play, is divine creativity and imagination. You are coming back into innocence, or coming back into the awareness of your infinite preciousness. You have the Elephant card, greatness. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. Aho. And then horse, freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. Excuse me. And then we have the humpback whale, the singer card. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. It's not lost on me that all of these cards have touched on something I've said during this reading. I brought in leadership, visionary. What is this truth under the surface? It might be your greatest gifts that you've always known but never fully embodied or never fully realized, that you've always been the prime, supreme navigator of the soul, that you've always had the power within you this entire time. Wow, really beautiful reading. Okay, let's get a Divine Feminine Buddha wisdom. Just in synopsis, Divine Feminines, if I had to summarize this reading, okay, it's focused around power. Where is your power? It's focused on forgiving the parts of self that could not do better because they did not know better, and bringing and excavating joy in your life, your innocence, your inner child, and playing, just playing. Okay, let's get some Buddha wisdoms. Anything else? Anything else? Okay, we have learn and not doubt, so you can understand the peaceful calm of enlightenment. We have I am not the mind, intellect, or body. I am not merit or demerit. I am the pure self. New growth, leaves and fruit come forth with spring. Enlightenment comes hand in hand with perfection of wisdom. Aho. I'm going to leave it there, beautiful Divine Feminines. I hope this was supportive. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you in the next one.